folks. This is Jet, recording, grind 29. You'll have to forgive me, I'm going to be a little quiet this morning. Let's see if I can get any closer to the microphone. Excuse me. Because it's 5:58 a.m. It's just, I gotta head to work soon. It's the day after Christmas. I'll have my other day off this week will be tomorrow, so I'll have a long weekend, which is fine with me. It's just, whoa. Particle graphics, fancy game. Her new laptop is working. So, what was I saying? Oh. Yeah. It's just it was a very awkward couple of days trying to find the time to do any kind of work. Or recording, that is. Work and recording are not exactly the same thing, though sometimes it feels the same. Alright, but I wasn't entirely sure what it is I wanted to talk about. I'm going to have to expand these chests at some point. I probably should continue working on Kafine's thing, actually. I'll do that. I'll continue on that. Okay, good enough. So, yesterday was Christmas. In the morning, I recorded myself opening the gifts because, excuse me, I do have some respiratory distress at this time. Because, I'm in a situation here where I work 12-hour drive away from everybody I know. I used to telecommute from Maine, and that was pretty good. I got paid a lot less back then, but then again, Maine also costs a lot less. So when I had to move for work, I might have broken even, because I got paid more, but everything also cost a lot more. So, oops, wrong way. By the way, my new road, it's far from complete. That's not really what I want to talk about, though. But the point being, I'm now pretty far away from everybody, and my pay's, my pay would be enough. Ooh, jeez, come on, stop. Would be enough for traveling several times a year back and forth by plane. It's like, I think pretty average is like $250 a plane ticket, which is not horrible. Going overseas to see Catherine is like 3 to 4 times that, which is one of the reasons why I can't do it very much, but can't do going north very much. But it's what it forces me to do is choose each year between holidays. Excuse me. So I just switch off every other year. It's Thanksgiving, and every other year it's Christmas. And this year it was Thanksgiving, since last year was Christmas. I think we did Christmas last year because I had Kafine here for Christmas, so we went up and were overwhelmed with the magnitude of gifts that were displayed. I don't like receiving things very much. One or two things, something that actually shows the person knows something about me, is better than a magnitude of things that cost pretty much any amount. It doesn't matter. It can be very inexpensive and still much better if it shows that they're familiar with what I care about and like and stuff like that. So that's good. But anyways, I recorded the video, and it really showed me how much weight I put back on this past year. In previous years, I had lost a lot of weight. I was, at one point, 319 pounds was the highest I ever measured. And I dropped a lot of it. So this is one of those scenarios where the road goes up, and I don't know what to do about that. So I lost. Well, I was down to 195 at one point. So that's, what was it, 125 pounds or so. Yeah. Oh, roughly. Anyways, I don't want to do math yet. I'll do that at work in an hour or so. Ooh. Jeez, I'm sorry. Trying to talk low actually aggravates my throat, which is not that bad off right now. But anyways, oh, did I bring the right materials? I think I did. Oh, there goes another one. You know, but I could see it, and in the video, you know, the beginnings of, you know, a double chin going on. I'm like, no, not that again. I'd had that once, too much already before. So, you know, I'm gonna have to get it back under control. One general truth with losing weight is it takes a lot less time to lose weight than it takes to gain it, unless you're an absolute binger, which must be what's going on for me this year, because... Oh. Wait a minute. Oh, this is where it happens. Okay. You know, if that's the case, I might just bring the whole road down. But first, I have to figure out... So yeah. I gotta lose that weight again. Absolutely. I do not like having it. And it really is not that hard to lose it. Except when you have a lot of sugar in your diet. Specifically fructose, but refined sucrose, which is, you know, what everybody refers to as sugar, is itself half fructose, and the metabolic act actually separates the two, and so you end up processing the fructose as fructose anyways, and that wrecks you really bad. You're not designed for fructose. There is fructose in fruit, so yes, we've been having it naturally all along. However, the amount is actually quite small, and it occurs naturally right next to fiber, which sort of is so filling that it counteracts the fructose. Now, fructose, what it does is, you know, the sweetness, it's twice as sweet as glucose. But, bear with me. I am not in a particularly good thinking mood here at 6 o'clock in the morning. It wrecks this hormonal response, this leptin response, which is what the brain relies on to know that it is ready to stop eating. It tells you no longer feel the need to eat anymore, which is probably why some people are somewhat confused these days with so much sugar in our diet. They'll feel like they're bursting at the seams, and yet their brain is still starving, and it's because it literally is. The brain does not know that it has had enough to eat, and so it's begging. It's absolutely begging you, please, more food. I'm gonna die. I'm so starving. When in fact you're not starving at all, because the leptin signal that it's supposed to be getting isn't coming in. And there are some people out there for whom this is a genetic disease, like they have no leptin receptors or something like that, and these people, they pretty much start gaining weight as soon as they're born. You know, they have extreme, you know, really immensely huge problems with weight. You know, sometimes these people are 400 or 500, 600 pounds or worse. And it turns out that simple leptin treatments completely change who they are as a person, in terms of their response and reaction to food, and they drop weight like, you know, it just falls right off. It's really good, which kind of, you know, should give some people some hope, I think, but bear with me. I do have to figure this out now. I could let Kafine figure it out. Haha. I mean, obviously from here on out it's this one. But I got a large sum of fudge as a gift last year, which is, of course, 90 billion% sugar. And it set me off. I lost my ability, my self-control last year, and I was having ice cream left and right, and which is, of course, more sugar, which made it even the worse. And it really does show, like, any day where I have a sweet, I lost. I couldn't say no to even more stuff. It's really weird. It's like this thing kicks in that says, oh, well, you've already wrecked today. You might as well enjoy the rest of the day by wrecking it worse. Tomorrow you can do better. And that really does happen. In fact, there was I'm not sure what RSA stands for, but they're this group on YouTube who call themselves the RSA. And they do it's kind of like, you know what? I don't have to be this stupid. I can just do this. Kind of like the TED Talks, but a little different. I think maybe based out of England, naturally. But anyways. One of those talks talks about people's the way people cheat, and I have found this is to be true with myself. Once you cheat, even just a little bit in any given day, it's like unlocking this key where you can cheat for the rest of the day, and it does happen. And food seems to be a huge driver when it comes to that kind of thing. I guess we're gonna have to do this, and then it goes up. So take out these. No. Oh, come on. Anyways, and the sugar, you know, it's Dr. Lustig there basically demonstrated that, you know, there are these 4 criteria that are required if you're going to be able to call a substance addictive, and sugar matched every single one of those without fail. And it really does show. And because it doesn't have an immediately negative effect, it doesn't have the same stigma that, like, an actual drug would. People don't see it the same way because it's pleasant at the time. You don't have any obvious side effects until, you know, but as you keep doing it, of course, the side effects actually do add up, as demonstrated in my video yesterday, where you saw me, assuming you watched my Christmas video. No reason why you'd want to do that, but if you did, you'd notice, oh no, I'm starting to put on the weight. And in fact, I've probably put on 30 pounds this year, which is not unequivalent to the amount of weight people with a leptin deficiency put on the rate. But anyways, I mean, when I had that 300-something pounds before, that took about 10 to 12 years to put on. Whoa, okay, I'm too tall now. Oh, I'm not too tall. This isn't tall enough. Crap. Considering the nature of horses, if she's going to come through here on a horse, that should probably go up sooner. Oh, you know what else? This should happen. Okay. It's a little ugly, but she can always correct it later. That's not a big deal. So, yeah. And you know what I suspect is that, like, I also, for a long time, I had super resistance. Actually, when it comes to leptin, there are those people who have an actual deficiency and can't, you know, there's no receptors for their leptin, or they're not getting any leptin created in their body, and so they're starving all the time, and they become super enormous obese and die from it and stuff like that. That's one thing. But for everyone else who is suffering from this obesity epidemic that we've created for ourselves, they have what is called leptin resistance, where they've built up so much tolerance to it through the excessive, you know, metabolization of sugar in their body, that, you know, they're basically immune to leptin. Now, that you can lose weight, like I did, shows that, well, you can sort of reverse that You'll get your leptin back, but I almost wonder if there's a certain amount of permanent damage. I mean, I don't know. It's just, it was really kind of easy to slip back again. And it might just be that the sugar, the influence, wrecks your leptin that fast. But, you know, it's been a bad year for that sort of stuff. Because I spent the whole year cheating, and it added up. And now I've got to do all that work all over again. Not anywhere near as bad as the first time, because here I am being aware of it and catching it. But, man, I didn't like that at all. So, work to do. It's kind of weird to have to call eating less working more. But it's sort of accurate. So, yeah, I'll make it a short episode. I don't have anything more intelligent about that to say other than get lots of fiber, which is difficult because any prepared food you get in a grocery store, anything that's in a package, has had well, not all, but most of its fiber taken out because fiber goes bad quickly and it takes longer to cook. So both restaurants and groceries hate it. It's bad for their bottom line, which is another example of where the love of money, is hurting people quite badly. You know, this whole obesity epidemic we're encountering right now. It's not because people are gluttonous or lazy. It's their hormones working against them, and the hormone imbalance they're experiencing is a result of profiteering. People want to make more money. The whole fructose industry is actually highly subsidized with your tax money. So they're making money over fist, even as some of the farmers who are involved themselves are living on the edge. Well, they're not. It's not they who are getting the money. It's the giant conglomerate, you know, Monsanto kind of people who are getting all that money on top of the subsidies. So I don't know. Oh, I forgot magma. There's some magma up there. Probably do something about that. Okay, so yep, okay, I'll just call it good. Shorter episode, but that's perfectly fine. I have to go to work and have my bagel with my cream cheese, which is perfectly okay. And get it over with. Alright, thanks for watching. Please come again.